Zero Foxes, yo. Zero Foxes, brand new superstar. I'll promote him later once more. Once more of you guys show up. Sigmund Floyd, yo. Empress Grenade, one of our newest. I don't care about likes. Who cares about that stuff? I do conspiracies and I do politics. What you guys need to do if you want to hit some likes, need to go. You see him in the chat right now. You see him in the fucking chat right now. You need to go to Zero Fox's Given Off Road channel, like and subscribe to him. I mean, do whatever you want with me. I don't care. I think it's great. I think it's awesome, and I'm frankly honored by it. So I'm not shirking it. I'm not saying it's a negative thing. It's just not something I care about. But Zero Fox's show, he does entertainment. He does dirt biking. He fucking ATV, all kinds of shit, music, all kinds of fucking crap. And also is extremely, extremely charismatic on camera and entertaining. So you need to, if you have not already, I love starting shows off like this. I love starting shows off by promoting other channels. You need to check out Zero Fox's Given Off Road, or as I just call him, Zero Fox. But Zero Fox's Given Off Road, check out his channel, like, subscribe, you'll get the alerts, and you can watch his live stuff, and it's fantastic. Man, I am just pissing away new viewers. Oh well, what are you gonna do? They'll come back. The numbers always go up, you know? So I'll do a brief opening monologue and then... Sorry, I'm congested. I'm always congested. I don't know why. I think it's because... And I have no problem with trees. JB has never punched or had a fight with a tree. I can promise you that. And I've never kicked a daffodil in the face or a sunflower in the taint. Okay? I've never done that. But I'm telling you, all this foliage, it's got to be that, that makes me congested. Otherwise, I have a problem, like medical. There's something going on. I'm just always congested. But I'm clear now, so that's good. So what we're going to do, and since it is getting a little bit late at night, I'm gonna creep on you guys and get a little bit closer to the iPhone, because I am in the garage, which is kind of like an echo chamber, and I don't want the cops to show up and tell me to quiet the noise that my mouth is making. I don't want that to happen. I can't afford for that to happen. Okay? So I'm gonna get kind of close. All right? So I'm gonna do my opening monologue, which begins right now. Number one, if you haven't already, Zero Fox's Given Off Road, our latest superstar, is in the channel. You need to go to his channel, and you need to like, and you need to subscribe. He doesn't pay me to say this. He doesn't pay me a cent to say this. And even if he had a way, I wouldn't take it. Awesome show. Make sure you get there. And also, for everybody else, and this is all part of the opening monologue, and also for everybody else who is on my stream right now, I see 6, 7 now. Very nice. Very nice, as Borat would say. 7 watching, 3 likes. I will greet you all in 9 watching. Okay. 10 watching. I will greet you all individually. I just got to finish the opening monologue, okay? Number 1, Zero Fox is Given. Check out his fucking stuff. His show is awesome. Very different from mine. Very different from mine. But a great show. Number 2, all of us are a community, and everybody understands that. Certain, I get a lot of trolls when I go live. I get a lot of trolls. My moderators take care of it. My unpaid moderators take care of it. But then sometimes there are people who legitimately disagree. And for any of my moderators who are in the channel right now, I want to make this very clear. If it's a clear troll, do your thing. But if it's somebody who just disagrees with me, let's say I'm talking about 9/11. Let's say I'm talking about Sandy Hook. Let's say I'm talking about Boston bombing. High tension topics. You know, diesel fire topics, such as those. Okay? And somebody disagrees with me, you guys gotta leave them alone. Leave them to me. Because, number one, I'm gonna determine as like a second phase if they're a troll. But number two, if they have legitimate disagreements, and no one's done anything wrong or anything bad, my mods are all awesome. But I've seen things on other channels, and maybe I've seen things on my channel. I don't know. My point is this. Legitimate disagreements, especially on topics of politics, religion, sexuality, food. I just hiccup. Food. Isn't that weird that I hiccuped when I said food? Geoengineering, people's opinions of folks like Alex Jones, leave it up to me. I'll just deal with it myself, Moderators, at least in my universe, are designed and are hired, and again, unpaid, so thank you very much. I want to take this opportunity to thank my unpaid moderators that are watching me right now. I'm going to take this opportunity to do that. I sincerely thank you. I'm looking right into the camera. I'm looking right into the camera. I sincerely thank you. But we have all these new streams popping up. Again, we get Zero Superstar. We get fucking Blackie Fitzpatrick Live. We have Raina4321. We have JB Live. We have Gramps. We have JujuBot. Not in any particular order. But I'm telling you, man, this YouTube thing, until they shut us down, which they will, and we're going to have to move eventually. It could be 2 weeks from now, could be tomorrow, could be 6 months from now, could be 2 years from now. But they're going to shut us down. They're going to shut us all down eventually. And then what's going to happen is we're all just going to move from YouTube to other venues, just like Gorf did. Gorf, G-O-R-F, Galactic Orbital Robot Force. He did a political show, and then he got fucking fed up by the way that YouTube was treating his ass, and he goes, you know what, I'm done with YouTube. And he left, and now he's on Twitch.tv. And every time I get his alerts, I try to watch his show. Every single time. So I think our landing ground is I think our parachute, eventually, for all of us, is going to be Twitch.tv. So get that in your head, get ready for it, and get used to it. Because once YouTube starts censoring us to the point where it becomes totally oppressive, it's already very oppressive. It's already extraordinarily oppressive. But once it becomes like Nazi, like full Nazi, I'm going to leave, and I think a lot of folks are going to follow me. Or maybe they'll leave before me and I'll follow them. I don't know. But all I know is that YouTube is globalist run. They hate us for talking about our support for the President of the United States of America. They hate us for talking about conspiracies. They hate us for talking just general conversation. They don't like it. They want their content to be prime. They want their content to be supreme. Watch the latest 12-year-old piano player. Watch the latest, dog that can play a guitar or whatever. I'm obviously making stuff up, but you get my point. You see what I'm driving towards there. They don't want us. They want their content to be supreme. But when YouTube started out, the content was supposed to be by the uploaders of content, i.e. us. But then when a lot of us began awakening politically and started speaking out against the vast They call it the vast right-wing conspiracy. How about the fucking vast left-wing globalist conspiracy? When we all started, and Alex Jones started sharing, not that Alex Jones is perfect, but when he started sharing his stuff on YouTube, they started clamping down. They started clamping down. And it's a fucking disgrace. Anyway, that's my opening monologue. And believe it or not, I have topics, but I will take some of your... I will respond to some of your comments and questions. I just got some new smokes, so... I mean, you shouldn't smoke, but... You know, if you do, it's nice to have smoke. So I'm going to scan up, and I'm going to take some of your, anything that's relevant. I'm going to bring it live in the chat. Oh, damn it. Get back here. So I have documents. I have documents in my garage, and if I don't weigh them down when I have the door open, they blow over. Oh, fuck you. You know what? I'm just going to weigh it down with two things. Screw it. Okay. I'm gonna scan back as far as I can. Because when you're on an iPhone, it only lets you go so far. Sigmund Floyd. Hi, JB. Hello, Sigmund Floyd. Empress Grenade. Hello, JB. What's up, Empress Grenade? Empress Grenade, first like. Very nice. Oh, we already went over that. Cool. Sigmund Floyd. Hi, Zero. Zero Foxes. Superstar. Hi, Sig. How's your family, Zero? From Sigmund. Doing good, Sig. From Zero. Empress Grenade, I'm here. I know, I'm talking to you. Zero Fox. In about 2 to 3 weeks, gonna stream my first tattoo. LOL. Cool. Once I'm employed again, and I have a vehicle again, and I have some disposable income, I'm gonna get a fucking tattoo as well. And I'm gonna be a total friggin' jock boy. I'm just gonna get it like on my right bicep or my right shoulder. I'm not gonna get it on my face, like MS-13 or something. In honor of my aunt. Very, very nice. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Empress Grenade. Hello, Zero. That is sweet. Mgons. Who, folks, I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm yawning because I'm friggin' running around every day. Mgons. Michael Gonzalez says, good evening, folks. Don Juan says, evening, JB. Zero Foxes says, Gonzo. Christina says, I'm here. Hello, Christina. Zero says, Don Man. Trump Lady has joined us. Hey, JB. Hello, Trump Lady. Meow, giggle. That's obviously not directed at me. That would be super gay. Not that I have a problem with gay, but that would be super gay. JB, quit it. Do your show, bro. I am doing my show. Hello, Mgons. Agent Don Juan. The whole part of my show, I mean, that's why I say all the shows are different, because, what I like to do at the beginning is I backtrack and first I do a rant, and then I, cite everyone's name, give everyone recognition, and then I start my conspiracy rant. Trump Lady, Michael Gonzalez, Trump Lady, Christina, Sigmund Floyd, Trump Lady, Zero Foxes, Christina, Sigmund Floyd, Christina. Vicky has joined us. What's up, Vicky? How are you? Hello, Vicky. Very, very loyal supporter. Vicky says I smoke. She saw me light a cigarette. I'm in fucking trouble now. Damn. Yeah, I can't wait to quit smoking. I was born in 1984 and I started smoking in the year 2000. I actually started smoking marijuana first and then graduated to cigarettes. It wasn't the reverse. It wasn't the reverse. Alright, I'm at the bottom. Cool. Mystery School has joined us. What's up, Mystery School? Okay, Magic Mystery School has said hello and says hi and then bye. That's cool. I've done that on dates before. Hi, bye. See ya. Alright, so I want to get into the evening's topics, and they are going to be obviously politics. I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer. Ah! Almost dropped my phone. Almost dropped my phone, but I did not. Okay, so now we're all resituated again. And I can read... Ow! Ugh. I can read everyone's comments. So, topic number 1 is a very obvious topic, but I could talk about this for 6 hours in a row without taking a drink of water, okay? Because it makes me that mad, okay? I'm going to lay out some facts, and then I'm going to ask some questions of the chat, and then I'm going to shut up and I'll just read your comments. Okay, here are the facts. In 2016, on November 8th, a duly elected president of the United States was elected. His name is Donald Trump. And I know I'm not patronizing you guys, I just need to do it this way, okay? I just need to do it this way, okay? It's very, very necessary. On November 8th of 2016, a president of the United States was elected. And his name is Donald John Trump. And his running mate, vice president, is Michael Richard Pence. They soundly defeated Hillary Rodham Clinton and Tim, who the fuck knows what his middle name is, pedophile King. Okay? Creepy King. They lost. They lost. Trump won. Trump won. Here we are in 2018. And I'm going to try not to get angry. I'm going to try not to get emotional. I'm going to try not to get angry. Here we are in 2018. And there's a certain portion of the country that cannot accept the fact that Donald Trump was elected president. They can't accept it, which is fine. Which is fine. I understand political bias. I have trillions of political biases. I got them all. I have them in spades. You know? I'm a Barack Obama 2008 voter. A lot of you maybe know that, but for those who don't know, I voted for Barack Obama in 2008. And then in 2012, I campaigned against him as hard as you can fucking campaign against anybody running for re-election. Yes, I voted for Obama in 2008. Yes, I cast my ballot for Obama. So shoot me. You know? So I totally understand the concept of buyer's remorse, of which I had a a Gucci bag full of buyer's remorse. I get it. But when I look at what Trump is doing, and everybody already knows this, and I'm just going to throw out, I wanted to kind of start the show off kind of basic, because once we really get into the conspiracy stuff, I know I'm going to lose some viewers. I know I'm going to lose some viewers. It's going to be like, JB's crazy. JB's into all that conspiracy stuff? What? Some of the stuff that I know, that I've been researching for 17 years, is going to freak you the fuck out. Ow! Terrible chair I'm sitting in. Some of the stuff that I'm going to tell you over the course of however long this show lasts, not this particular show, but many shows to come, is going to challenge what you know or think you know about the world, and some of it's going to be offensive, and I'm going to lose friends, and I'm going to gain new ones. That's just the natural progression of things. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so you need to understand that. All right? So, with that being said, I personally, this is just me. This is not an opinion show where you guys have to believe guys and girls, where you have to believe what I believe. That's not what this show is about. It's purely a talking show. I discovered live streaming, and I think I've made it into kind of a craft, and some other people are doing it too, One of them might be here in the chat still. I haven't been paying attention to the chat just yet. But once I'm done with my soliloquy, I'll shut up and I'll read all the comments. Alright, I'll just give his name. Zero Fox is Giving Off Road. If you don't know Zero Fox is Giving Off Road, watch his show. Very entertaining. Younger than me. Awesome format. Get in there. Get all up in that bitch. I'm telling you right now, you need to. For your health. As Dr. Steve Brule says, for your health. But anyway, I'll just end my my opening monologue with this. A lot of channels have popped up. Oh, Jesus Christ, come on. Dude, filming on iPhone sucks. Hold on a second. Ugh. Sorry. I'm not trying to be a complainer, but I don't like to film in my apartment because I have a roommate, and although he says, yeah, you can do your show in here, it's just awkward, and I like the privacy, and I don't like it, even though he says I can smoke in there. I don't want to smoke in the apartment, I just like to do it from the garage. So I have kind of a bare bones operation here, okay? It's literally an iPhone balanced off of a beer bottle stuck in a 4-pack Chardonnay box, balanced next to a pack of cigarettes on a fucking stool that isn't mine. Okay? That's my studio. That's my fucking studio. Okay? So, I'm very, very honest. It is what it is. But we got Zero Foxes. I think Billy the Kid is a guest on Zero Foxes sometimes now. We got Jujubot. We got Gramps House. We got Raina 4321. We get all of us. Citizen journalists. Citizen journalists. That's what we are. I don't care if people are only streaming music. The chat is what counts. You know, because people, it's a free exchange of ideas. That's the whole fucking point of it all. And if someone's ridiculous, that's why we have moderators, you know? So it's a very well-oiled machine, at least for now. Fine-tuned machine. At least for now. At least for now. I think it's fantastic. And with that, I will take your comments and questions. That's my opening soliloquy. I hope Zero Foxes is still watching. It's always nice to have celebrities in the room. Oh no, we got some trolls. What's going on here? He whom shall not be named was obviously a troll. My mods fucking smoked him. My unpaid moderators smoked his ass. No, I'm just telling you. Thank you, Vic E. But Zero Foxes is a fucking superstar. I watch his show every time he's on. In fact, if he's on right now, I'm going to cut my show and watch his show. He's doing a great job. Very different from mine. But I do want to get into my conspiracy, since I have 7 watching. And 7 likes. And 7 likes. Does anybody know, and this is not the 1-2 game, we're not doing the 1-2 game here. Does anybody know what the Tuskegee experiment was? Tuskegee experiment. Does anybody know? Go. What's up, BLM? What's up, Moonshine? I don't know how to spell it. Tuskegee experiment syphilis. Syphilis like the sexually transmitted disease. And Google it for yourself. And you can read all about it. Basically what it was the secret United States government experimented on black people by giving black males syphilis and seeing how it would affect them. Like experimenting on rats or mice, but they did it on humans. Just like you and me. I don't know if anybody has a fucking clue these days, but guess what? Skin color doesn't fucking matter. It's your heart that matters. It's your brain that matters. That's what the Tuskegee experiments were. They fucking gave syphilis, live virus syphilis, to black men in an experiment to see how it would affect them. No one knows that. Why does JB open with that? Why do I open with that? Because that's the inoculation point, no pun intended, that's the inoculation point that I can take you guys to really start to understand the eventual evils of 9/11 and Sandy Hook. 9/11 and Sandy Hook. Thank you, Moonshine, for spelling it. I'm going to read Moonshine's comment. And I'm going to try to take my phone up back to the charger before it dies. Thank you so much, self-charging. Excuse me, now I have the hiccups. Thank you very much, self-charging case. $100. fucking lie. What a disgrace. Moonshine. The Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male, also known as the Tuskegee syphilis study or Tuskegee syphilis experiment, was an infamous clinical study conducted between 1932 and 1972, 40 years, by the United States Public Health Service. Look it up for yourselves, folks. Don't listen to JB. Don't listen to me. And I bring up Tuskegee because, like I said, no pun intended, I'm trying to inoculate you guys to what my show really is, okay? We do 9/11, we do Sandy Hook. You know, but most people, they can't accept it. They can't accept that governments can be this evil. They can't accept it. I've seen, it was only once actually. I've told a girl, this is what, 7 fucking years ago? What am I, 34? 24, so 10 years ago. I told a girl 10 years ago about the truth of 9/11, and she had her cell phone. And I said, did you know that Building 7 fell without being hit by a plane? And she goes, what's Building 7? I go, how many buildings fell on September 11th? She goes, 2. I go, okay. And I wasn't even hitting on it. I was just outside, like, you know, smoking. And I go, and she was, I was 24, she was probably 30. Business type, you know, just having a drink at the barbecue joint. And I tell her, and I go, what if I told you that Building 7 was pre-wired for total justification? And she goes, what's Building 7? I said, well, as I just asked you, how many buildings fell on September 11th? She goes, 2. I go, okay. Still had iPhones back then. I pull out the iPhone, and we watched the quick version of the 2 towers fall. And then I go, did you hear about the 3rd tower that fell? No. So that's the 3rd time refusal, 3rd time denial. You know? And I go, okay. There was a 3rd building that fell on 9/11 that was not hit by any plane. And I said to her, I go, did you hear about any buildings other than the 2 World Trade Center towers being hit by anything? She said, no. I said, did you see anything on television indicating that the 3rd building was hit by anything? And she goes, no, absolutely not. I go, okay. So then I pulled up, and all you guys can do this. You can red pill your friends real quick and family. It's not comfortable. I don't recommend doing it over the Thanksgiving table like I do. I'm a prick, so I don't care. I'm a prick, so I don't care. I'm a prick, so I don't care. But, you know, maybe don't do it over the Easter dinner or over the Thanksgiving table or whatever. Or at Christmas morning. But maybe at another time. All you have to do is type in on YouTube, Building 7 collapse. That's all you have to type in. Just pull it up. And they will see a 47-story steel-framed, concrete reinforced building fall into total dustification at free fall speed in under 7.9 seconds. Without being hit by anything. Without being hit by anything. What does that mean? You tell me. My phone's probably gonna die. I'm gonna go upstairs in a minute once this is done. And I'll charge it and I'll try to stay on, but my phone might die. What does that mean? Chat has gone silent. What does that mean? All I'm doing is stating facts. Building 7 fell at free fall speed of 47-story, steel-framed, concrete reinforced office building fell into total dustification in under 11 seconds at free fall speed without being hit by any foreign objects. What does that mean? If somebody can give me if somebody can provide me with an explanation, I'll shut up in 2 seconds. I've been yelling about this crap for 17 years. Moonshine says they conducted acid experiments in Europe. Yes, they did, and also in America on school kids. Inside plan job. Inside plan job, says Vicky. Yes. Why would they want that building to come down too? I don't know. I don't know. I've never really come to a full conclusion other than the fact that they said that there were a lot of documents in there that were hidden from the public that described Security and Exchange Commission fraud and grifting and stealing of wealth from the American people, including tax fraud and including various other horrible things. So they just felt, if we're going to get rid of these two, let's get rid of this one as well, all in one fell swoop, and blame it on the Muslims. And believe me, I'm not a Muslim fan. I'm not a fan of Islam at all. At all. At all. At all. JB is unequivocally saying that he is not a fan of Islam. In fact, I fucking hate Islam. But Islam didn't knock down the World Trade Centers. Okay? You can believe whatever the fuck you want. I am no fan of Islam. Oh. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you balance your iPhone off of a, four holster wine box on a stool in a garage. Sometimes your phone falls. Luckily, I have a good case. Thank God. Islam had nothing to do with September 11th. Give me a fucking break. Osama bin Laden died in a CIA hospital in Pakistan of kidney failure in early December of 2000. Look it up. Don't listen to JB. Don't listen to JB. Just Google Osama bin Laden died CIA hospital kidney 2000. Google it for yourself. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. And they try to fucking tell us that these planes went into these buildings. And by the way, I'm not a no-planer. Planes hit the building. Okay, so don't get your britches in a bunch. I'm not a no planer. Planes hit the buildings. And here's another argument that I get. Here's another comment that I get that goes on and on and on. It's 2018. Why are you still obsessed with 2011? Okay, if your family was murdered, would you forget about it and stop trying to figure out what happened? If the real perpetrators weren't brought to justice after 10 years or 20 years or 30 years? No, you never stop. You never stop. It's called a lifelong journey. 9/11 woke me up to the Matrix. Woke me up. And I'm not trying to be righteous, like, oh, JB knows more than you. No, I don't know more than you guys, girls. I don't know more at all. I just happen to be someone who has done a lot of research. 16 hours a day for 17 years. Sometimes I don't sleep. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. So, I hope the show's been entertaining. And again, I have to go in and I have to plug my phone in. Because my fucking self-charging case. Oh yeah, self-charging. Give me a friggin' break. This $100 piece of crap. Trump lady says it feels like yesterday, so friggin' vivid. I assume she's talking about 9/11. Yes, absolutely. I'm 34. I'm gonna be 72 if I make it that far. Or 85, or 61, or something. And 9/11 is I'm never gonna forget that announcement I got when I was in biology class, and they came over the announcement and announced that a plane went into the World Trade Center. And then I had to go for the next 2 fucking years. I mean, it really only took me about a month, but really to cement it, it took me about 2 fucking years to unravel what actually happened on 9/11. And no one knows what actually happened on 9/11. But there's one person who knows. I mean, a lot of people know. But in terms of our chat, there is somebody who knows what happened on 9/11. JB knows what happened on 9/11. So I'm just going to tell you. And you can do all the back research you want, and I encourage you to prove me wrong. Because JB knows exactly what happened on September 11th, 2001. And by the way, I don't want to do shows like this. I want to do cooking shows. Okay? I want to do fishing shows. I don't want to do this crap. I have to do this crap. I don't want to do this. It's not fun for me. I don't like it. Here's what happened on September 11th, 2001. Planes were pre-wired with remote control devices to be taken over by a clandestine dark central command. The Muslims were allowed onto the planes. They were allowed onto the planes. Distributed amongst the four. From my city, Logan Airport. I can show you Logan Airport if I stood on my roof. It's right there. They were loaded onto the planes as patsies. That's how they always do it. They always need a scapegoat. Once the planes were in the air, they were taken over remote by the extremely dark, deep forces that work for criminal elements of the CIA and criminal elements of the United States government, and they were flown into the fucking buildings. Passengers, Muslims, all of it. But the buildings were pre-wired with explosives and were demolished in demolition form because they knew what they were doing months, if not years in advance. So the optics, there's optics and then there's action. Okay, so you guys need to understand that. There's optics and then there's action. So the optics were the planes hitting the building. And the action was the building collapsing. Okay, if I took a sharp pencil and I stabbed it through a screen door, which is how those buildings are constructed, steel, concrete, grid work, all of it. If I took a pencil and I stabbed it through a screen door, is the screen door going to collapse into its own footprint, into total dustification? No. It's going to be a screen door with a fucking hole in it. And yet what happened with the World Trade Center and Building 7, which wasn't hit by anything? They collapsed into their own footprint, into total justification. They were pre-wired with bombs months in advance. Months in advance. Who did it? I don't know. I've been spending 17 years trying to figure out who fucking did 9/11, and I still don't know. And everyone goes, oh, JB, you know, you're young, you need to be looking for a new job, you need to be focused on your life, you need to do this, you need to do that. Why are you so focused on 9/11? Well, the reason I'm so focused on 9/11 still is because I am focused on the biggest humanitarian crime in humanity. And the biggest lie in the history of the world. Is that a good enough reason for you folks who criticize me? Is that a good enough reason? Is that a good enough reason? And everyone's probably watching me. I see 8 watching, 8 likes. Everyone's watching my face. You guys are probably thinking, JB looks pissed off. Yes, I am pissed off. Every time I start thinking about 9/11, because I know what happened. I know what they did. And I get pissed off. I get pissed off because I know. I'm not a fucking sheeple walking around, oh, yeah, Muslims, they get on the plane and they fucking dance and crashed and then the building just mysteriously collapses. Fuck you. You fucking idiots. I'm not putting up with this crap anymore. I'm literally not putting up with this crap anymore. No, I'm just telling you, I'm literally not putting up with this crap anymore. I'm 34. Alright? Maybe in 4 or 5 years, I'm going to get married and have a couple kids. What, are they going to be fed GMO foods? Satellite attacks? Who knows? Maybe they'll just fucking nuke the United States before I have fucking time to get fucking married. You know? It at a certain point, it's not giving up. It's not giving up like acquiescing. You know, like bending over to the establishment. But at a certain point, mentally, you just give up. And I think I've reached that point. I've made mistakes in my life. I had a couple drinks. I tapped someone's bumper. Now I have to go to fucking drunk school for another 14 weeks at $100 a whack. That kind of sucks. You know? So, people make mistakes. But 9/11 was not a mistake. 9/11 was a deliberate attack in order to get the United States population majority galvanized and rallied around the fact that they believed that Osama bin Laden did it in order to get us into wars in the Middle East so we could steal their oil and natural resources. That's what 9/11 was. Get it through your fucking head. If you don't understand that truth, get off of my channel. Don't watch me. Oh, JB seems a little pissed off. Yes, I am pissed off. Oh, JB must have pissed himself off. Yes, I pissed myself off. If you don't understand that that's what 9/11 was, do not watch my channel. Because you're not welcome here. You're dumb, you're ignorant, you don't know history, you haven't done research, you're stupid, and you need to go away. Wow, I haven't lost any viewers. Looks like everyone agrees with me. Holy shit. I didn't expect that. Yeah, Sigmund Freud makes a good point. How come the tops didn't crumble? I'm not even, no, I can't even, Sigmund Freud, I appreciate what you're doing right now, and you're doing a great thing. You're doing a great thing. And your information is accurate. But at this point, I'm way past, at least for me, I mean, maybe you can start a live stream, but at least for me, I'm way past it. Anybody that believes that the World Trade Centers and Building 7 were anything other than a controlled demolition, get out, just don't talk to me anymore. Get out of my channel. Go away. Go away. There are no arguments. It's so frustrating. Because I even have good people like Sigmund Freud who want to ask questions and ask questions of others. There is no more debate. Not on my stream. Not on my stream at all. There is no more debate. And for fuck's sake, they demolished the building. They sent planes or maybe missiles into the buildings and they fucking demolished them because they were pre-wired with explosives in order to get us into a war in the Middle East to take the oil. That's what it is. I don't need folks breaking. I'm not trying to be a dick. Sigmund Freud is one of my best friends on YouTube. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be a fucking prickhead. I'm just telling you. I don't need it anymore. You know, thank you very much, but I don't need it. You know, there is no more debate. You know, it's kind of like if how do I even quantify this? How do I do this? It's like if you see a fucking if you see a fucking, if you see someone eat an apple, and you see them eat the apple, and they eat the apple down to the core, and you see them swallow it, and then they show you the core. And I got niggas going, well, maybe, perhaps some pieces could have been ripped off and put in the pockets, or maybe thrown on the ground, or the chewing motion and the crunching sounds were all fabricated, and it's like everyone, and the seeds were spit out, and they were fake seeds. It's like at a certain point, folks are just reaching. They're just reaching, It's a fucking disgrace. And I'm sick of it. You know what it is most of the American populace, even now, and there's a lot of us, which is good. I'd say that we're probably 30 million people like me, people like us. I'd say we're probably 30 million, which is a sizable minority, which is good. But the majority of the country cannot believe that 9/11 was an inside job. And as a counterfactor, certainly a majority of the United States believes that Sandy Hook actually happened, which it did not. No one died at Sandy Hook. It was a movie. It was a media movie. And I'm going to try to play this right. I got to finish the smoke. I'm going to try to play this right so I can run upstairs and plug you guys in so our stream doesn't die. No one died at Sandy Hook. Just so you know. It was a media movie. Adam Lanza did not exist. And there was not one single fatality at Sandy Hook. Get used to it. This is the reality that you live in. Okay? It's time to be adults. I mean, I'm 34. I make a lot of bad decisions. My room is a fucking mess. I rammed someone's, bumper after a couple drinks and I got in trouble for it. I make a lot of mistakes. Okay? I'm not a perfect person. But I'm telling you right now, Sandy Hook did not happen. Get that through your fucking head. And then after you get it through your fucking head, as I call it, and I'm not insulting you, I'm just saying, once you get that through your head, you're going to start to understand the bigger picture of what the globalists are trying to do and what our President Trump is trying to undo, which is why the establishment hates our duly elected president so much. Because he's like, no, this is all bullshit. Oh yeah, it's that bad. It's that bad. It's worse than you know, and it's worse than I'm willing to share on YouTube. Let's get you guys upstairs so we can continue. Please don't die, phone. Oh, that's a better name for it. Instead of iPhone, they should call it Diephone. Because it fucking sucks. Just give me 30 more seconds. Come on, iPhone. Come on. Come on.